What's up, Ponders? I'm Alex, back as always, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're talking about some more halfway to Halloween stuff. Of course, just today, some new Home Depot animatronics are being released really early, which is awesome. And of course, we just found out a date for when Spirit Halloween flagship will be opening for 2024. So of course, really fun. Check out these new things, especially these Home Depot animatronics. They look awesome, and it's cool to see them releasing. But I do got a major problem with Home Depot, which we'll get to in a bit here in the video. But anyways, let's get started. Alright, so yes everyone, you probably heard some of the news so far, some halfway to Halloween stuff. Of course, over the next few days into the weekend, and maybe even into next week, there's going to be probably a lot of stuff coming out in the Halloween community. We, of course, already got a couple of days ago, or about a week ago now, information about some new Haunted Hill farm props that are coming back for 2024. And I kind of think of that as kind of like the first thing we've got for halfway to Halloween. But now today/yesterday, I'm filming this on the 24th, but some of this stuff released on the 25th. Basically, on the 24th through to the 25th, we've got some news about Spirit Halloween flagship opening and some news about some new Home Depot animatronics, which are releasing today, the day you're watching this, April 25th. So I think for today's video, let's start with the Home Depot stuff, because that's really the major part of this video, and then we'll quickly talk about flagship at the end. But anyways, getting to Home Depot right here, they're releasing 5 different props on April 25th for halfway to Halloween. 4 of these, of course, are major animatronics and stuff. One of them is a skeleton, but these 5 props honestly look really, really cool. So let's quickly go over lots of these. I think almost all of them, or at least a good chunk of them, are ones that we actually saw back when Home Depot released lots of stuff that they're going to be selling this year. But of course, it's cool now to see this stuff actually come into the website way before the normal release day of lots of this stuff, which I believe is the start of August. But anyways, let's talk about the coolest thing, which I don't think we actually got any official details about back when Home Depot released lots of their stuff a few months back. But this guy right here is the new Inferno Deadwood Skelly, which this guy looks like an insane animatronic. It, of course, looks kind of like the Inferno Pumpkin, but it's kind of different as it's supposed to be this, like, deadwood tree type guy. A really interesting concept, which I'm not quite sure has ever really been done before 12-foot props. I don't really think they've ever done kind of like a tree type theme. So it's kind of interesting that we have this, like, big wooden tree monster, which is just so crazy. But yeah, looking at this guy, he's got that light up chest, which I believe the other one have, and it looks like it lights up red. I wonder if you'll be able to change a color like lots of the other props coming out this year. I assume you'll be able to if it's just becoming a common feature for all their 12-foot props. But we can't really tell yet, but that'd be awesome if you can actually change the color on that. Of course, looking too, it looks like he does have the LCD eyes, which I hope these LCD eyes also have the same function as the new 12-foot Skelly, where you can actually change them throughout 8 different settings. That'd be awesome if they include this on this guy too. And look at him, he has some light details on his head too, of course, like that mouth lights up, looks like the top of his head lights up a bit. Overall, a really good prop, and the rest of him is just like all these roots and like branches kind of twisting together. It's really cool. Moving on now, a couple props that we did get released a while back. We got the Frankenstein right here, which is a pretty sick animatronic. I love the look of him. I believe he was with Servo Motors. I might be wrong on that. This guy's a great prop, and I really think it's a great model of the original Frankenstein's monster. It just looks awesome. I love that detail in the face, the hands and everything, the clothing. Overall, this guy looks amazing. And yeah, it's cool to be seeing him releasing tomorrow, because that means that there'll be a lot of demo videos coming out soon and unboxings of them. So I'd really like to see more about this prop, so it's cool that it's getting released early. But we also got some skeleton guys right here. We have the brand new 12-foot skeleton, which is like the original 12-foot skeleton, but of course with those new eye upgrades, where it has 8 different programs into it, so you can cycle through different versions of the eyes. Then of course, we do also have the little Skelly dog, which is a pretty good addition to the 12-foot skeleton. And this one too, I believe it had the 8 different eye cycles too they could choose. So that's really awesome. And then of course, the other prop we got, which isn't really an animatronic, but it does still look pretty cool, is a new posable skeleton right here. Overall, it just looks like a classic skeleton, but I'm really loving the look of this one. But yeah, overall, these props right here, they all look really awesome. It's awesome to see them actually releasing some of this stuff earlier in the season. But now, of course, we've been talking so good about these new props they're releasing, but I actually have some major problem with this animatronic drop that they're doing. And that problem is that Home Depot Canada has been complete dead silence today about the release of these animatronics in Canada, which is so bad because I think that means that Canada won't begin these props released early, which really, really sucks. I feel like when it comes to lots of this Halloween stuff, Canada's always excluded for some reason, which is just so bad because some of these props are really cool and they'd be really cool to see on the Home Depot Canada website, and maybe even cool to buy some of these, like that Frankenstein, that guy looks cool, and a 12-foot skeleton and everything. These things would be so awesome if they actually brought them to Canada. But at the moment, it doesn't look like Canada will begin that early drop, which just really sucks. And I don't know why Canada constantly gets excluded from lots of this Halloween stuff. Because personally, the city that I live in here in Canada, people really love Halloween here. So it does really suck that we're not going to be getting any of these animatronics here. But yeah, overall for the US, it looks really cool, these animatronics that will be releasing. Could be wrong, maybe Home Depot Canada just didn't really want to post anything today. They're not going to post until they actually release stuff tomorrow. I also did just quickly send Home Depot a DM of whether or not these things will be coming to Canada. So I guess I'll see what they respond with tomorrow, and I'll add that clip into the video of what they actually say. But yeah, I really hope these come to Canada, but it's not looking like they will. Anyways, moving on to the other Halloween news that we got today. Or I guess yesterday when you're watching this, because it does take a bit of time to edit these videos. But basically the other day, Spirit Halloween announced the opening date for their flagship store, which for me personally is not too big of news, because I'm not really a person that goes to flagship. Like, it looks cool and all, but just to stand in line for hours with like thousands of people just to see a store opening that I will see here opening just like a couple weeks later, it just doesn't really seem worth my time. But there's a lot of people that care about it. So for the people that care about it and are going to flagship, they're actually opening on August 1st this year, which is a Thursday. So that's awesome. We'll see them opening at the start of August. And then, of course, I guess that'll kind of be the start of the Halloween season, because really Spirit Halloween, I feel like, is the start of the Halloween season. Because they're kind of the first Halloween store open and one of the first stores to actually get out stuff. So yeah, that's awesome that they're going to open at the start of August this year, just like they do every year. But yeah, anyways, it seems like halfway to Halloween is in full swing. I'll probably be back tomorrow making another video that'll be coming on Friday, because there's just going to be so much stuff happening to halfway to Halloween, especially with Spirit Halloween. Oh, they always do a lot of stuff. So anyways, that's it for the video. If you like all things Halloween, subscribe to the channel, because I'm constantly posting a bunch of awesome Halloween videos. But anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.